In this video, I'll be taking you through the step-by-step tutorial on how to achieve this gong sleeve. In my last video, I dropped a detailed tutorial on how to achieve the deep V neckline, the bustier, and the gown. If this looks like what you're interested in, let me welcome you to Sew with Anita, where I share tips that no one talks about that will elevate your sewing skills from a basic to a professional. So if you are just joining us for the first time, you're welcome. Hit the like and subscribe button so you can get notified whenever I drop videos like this. So in this video, I'll be taking us through the making of this sleeve. For the full tutorial of this video, I've dropped a link on the description box. You can go ahead and click it so it can take you to the detailed step-by-step tutorial on how I achieved this. So without further ado, let's dive into this tutorial. So to cut the sleeve, I'm going to measure what I have around the armhole of this gown. So just measure what you have around it there, and after measuring it out, we're going to divide what you have into two. So we're going to be using this to cut out the sleeve. So I've gotten my net piece here. This is my 1 yard, what I have left of the 1 yard of net that I purchased. Then I'm just going to place it on a fold like this, right side facing each other, and I'm going to place it on a fold again because I'll be cutting the two sleeves together. Then I'll take my full length from where the net design started. I'll take my full length, which is 26 inches. So if you don't want yours to be too long, you can make use of 25 inches. So I'll just mark out what I have there. Then I'll place my tape on that line. That will be my starting line. Then I'll mark 4 inches at that point. Then on that line, I'm going to measure out that armhole round measurement I took divided by 2. And I will check it to see if this fabric is sufficient for it. Then I'm going to place my tape on a curve like this to form that armhole. So just look at what I'm doing. It doesn't have a special measurement, so I'm trying to my fabric was not sufficient, so I'm trying to spread it very well so that it can be equal on both sides. So I'll just place a curve like this and make sure that the curve is giving the same measurement of the armhole curve you did or your material divided by 2. So let's say mine divided by 2 was 9 inches, so let your curve be 9 inch. So by the time you use your free hand to curve it like this, measure it out to see if it is giving that inch. So I just hope you understand. Then from that line, I'll take my armhole round measurements divided by 2 and I'll mark it out. Then from the starting line, I'll take 12 inches. So this is where our elbow measurement is going to be. So on that first line, like I said, I'll take my first round sleeve measurement divided by 2. I'll mark it out. Add about 1 inch sewing allowance for ease too. Then on this side, I'll take my elbow round measurement divided by 2 and I'll add my sewing allowance, and I'm going to connect the point. You can make use of your ruler for this, and at this point I'll put my waist round measurement divided by 2 and my sewing allowance, and I'll mark it out like that, and I'll connect the point. So after doing this, I'm just going to cut it out like you see me do. After cutting it out, I'll get the midpoint there and I'll mark it out. There's no point notching this because it's net, it's not going to show even though you notch it. So I'm just going to mark the center. Then I'm going to place this on a fold, right side facing each other, and I'm going to stitch this side. So just look at what I'm doing. It's because of the particular design that we're using this method. We'll just stitch it with 1 inch. The 1 inch sewing allowance that we kept, we're going to stitch it there. So after joining it, this is what it's looking like. Our sleeve is ready. Then for the gong sleeve, I'm going to get my fabric and I'll place it on a fold like this. Then for the maximum amount of fabric needed, I'm going to just measure out my armhole round measurement divided by 2 plus about 5 inches or 4 inches. It depends on you, on the availability of your fabric. Then for my starting line, I'm going to mark out 6.5 inches there. If you're on the smaller size, make use of 5.5 inches. So I'll just mark it out here. This is where we're going to be constructing our first armhole round measurement. Then I'm going to take the length of my sleeve, which is 13 inches. So I'll be making use of 12 inches, but I'll be using 1 inch for joining or sewing allowance. So I made use of 13 inches. It all depends on you, the size of your sleeve. Then I'll just take my armhole round measurement divided by 2. That's the armhole round on your fabric divided by 2. Then add 3 inches to this. So the excess of the extra 3 inches we're adding is for the pleating that we'll be doing there. So add extra 3 inches or 4 inches, it depends on you. Then for your sleeve round, we'll just take your main measurement, then we're going to add 3 inches to this for ease. So I just hope you understand. This is actually a free sleeve. Now come in by 2 inches on this point, and or you can take your sleeve round measurement and you just add extra 3 inches to it. So it's all still the same thing. Then you connect the point like this and you go ahead and cut it out. So after cutting it out, we're going to cut the top side first. Then we'll get the midpoint and we're going to notch it. So I'll just open this up like this. I'll use this same fabric to cut the other piece. Then I'll iron my gum stay to this. So this is the texture is actually thick. We need a thick interfacing for this. So this one is actually not that thick. If you have something thicker, you can use it. So I ironed it on the main fabric and the lining piece at the wrong side. So I'm going to place it on its right side facing each other. So ensure that you don't iron so close to the side you are going to be turning the fabric. So I'll stitch the lower side with 1 inch, with half of an inch there. Then after stitching it, I'll open press it with my iron. Then I'll place it like this, right side facing each other, and just place it the way I'm placing it and stitch it round like this. So take note of the way I'm doing it. The reason why I did not really allow the interfacing to get to the end is because I don't want it to be too thick when I want to turn it over. So after stitching it, I'll just turn it over like this. So I just hope you understand. So for a neat finishing, you can go ahead and stitch round this side, just stop stitch it and weave it out so that it will not bring out hairs. So this is what I have after weaving it and stitching it round. Then I'm going to get my net, the inner net that will be on it, and I'm going to place it at the edge. So let the edge meet like this, and I'll use my chalk to just mark where this initial sleeve measurement stops. So do you see? Or you can just go ahead and measure out the 3 inches extra allowance that you placed. So whichever one, you can just do it. Then I will just mark 1 inch on each point. So this year I'm trying to divide the 3 inches into 3. So I'm going to mark 1 inch on each point for the pleating. So see what I'm doing. I'll place the other sleeve at the edge. Then I'll mark the excess out. Then I'll divide it into 3. So I'll mark it 1 inch on each point like this. Then I'm going to open this up and I'm going to give it a box pleat. So box pleat is going to overlap each other. So just look at the way I'm going to pleat it. I'll pleat it following the lines. I'll place one first of all and the other one will be on top of it. So let it overlap. So allowing it to overlap is going to give it that gong effect, that kind of gong sleeve effect. So I just hope you understand. So do you see that I'll give it like a box split and let the box split overlap each other, then I'll stitch it round. So I just hope you understand what I'm doing. So after stitching it, this is what I have. The structure is already coming out. So do you see that it is important that it overlaps? If it does not overlap, it's not going to give this kind of structure. Then I'll place the net inside of it. Then I'm going to allow the points that I stitch down, the joining parts, to meet each other and the center to meet each other, and I'm going to pin it thoroughly, and I'll be fixing this on my main fabric. So my main fabric is placed at the back, and then this one I'm going to place it at the back too. So just ensure that you pin it around very well, so by the time you want to turn it over to the back, to the wrong side, it's not going to move. So just look at what I'm doing and you are going to get it right. So after placing it at the back, I'm then going to place the pieces together. and I'm going to stitch it round. So I'm going to describe it on the machine on how to sew it very well. So it will be right side facing each other. So now I'm just going to place it right side facing each other. So look at this, the right side will face each other. From the side that is on, that the joining started, I'll then place it together like this. You can pin this before you sew, and then I'm going to start stitching it on my machine. So at this point you have to be very careful while doing this so that you don't make a mistake. So just put the 3 fabrics together and you give it a straight stitch like that with half of an inch. So just take your time to arrange it out carefully. This is actually on speed mode so that I don't waste so much time on this video. So I just hope you understand what I'm doing. You place it right side facing each other, and then you take your time to arrange it out on the machine and stitch it down to the end of this fabric. So once you follow exactly the same step that I'm doing, you're going to get it right and you won't end up making a mistake. So once we're done with that, we just turn it over to the right side, and do you see that the sleeve is coming out perfectly? And this brings us to the end of this tutorial. If you enjoyed it, please hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe. I dropped a link for the full tutorial in my description box, so you can go ahead and check it out, and also check out other helpful tutorials that you might need on my channel.